It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Washington, where the Wizards will be going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And for Oklahoma City, you look at how this roster is constructed, the types of plays they run. They're looking to match up well against every style of opponent, and tonight will be a great test of that. And we get to see Paul George tonight. Tremendous all-around player, but Shaq, if you were in George's shoes, what's the one area you might try to improve on?
I think he can get to the line more often because he's a great free throw shooter, and you want to make the most of that, Ernie.
You know what? He's a great playmaker, and he was exceptional before he got to Oklahoma City and before he got injured. So now he's going to just continue that. He's learning to reinvent himself in a different way.
It's time to tip this game off.
Let's tip it off.
Let's go to Kevin Harlan, and let's tip it off.
The home of the Washington Wizards is filled to capacity. We'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the Washington Wizards, bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is a fearsome competitor, but he says you never know how long you'll be able to run like this or jump like this, so I go for it every time. I may look angry, but it's the only way I know. Yes, you look angry. Kevin?
Yeah, he's special, D.A., absolutely. Thanks. Some incredible athletes in this one, Brent. Defensively, what does it take to stay in front of somebody who's got that kind of explosive ability?
For me, a small prayer. For other guys, it's knowing time, space, distance to make sure that you can collect anybody's first move. As you know, Kevin, you can't be thinking out there. If you're caught thinking, especially defensively, you get to read the back of the jersey of the guy you're guarding quite often. Can't happen here tonight.
And it can take your mind off of the other things you've got to do.
Well, yeah, that, and then you're always using one key phrase, which coaches talk about in practice.
Yeah.
Help.
Oh, yeah.
I need help.
Help. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Westbrook and Robertson, the backcourt. Inside pairing is Grant and Adams. And it's George in at the small forward spot.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Now here's Westbrook. Rebounded by Howard. Russell Westbrook, passionate about the game of basketball, Brent, we know that, but fashion among his foremost interests outside the game.
Yeah, the honor the gift fashion line, which, you know, Kevin, you and I don't think we have much in our closets from that, but got to respect it. Fearless, not only on the court, but off the court in some of the attire that Russell Westbrook brings to the game. Now,
here is George. Bradley Beal unable to get his shot to go. Outside Westbrook. 4 on the shot clock. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
Yeah, Westbrook came off of that pick and roll with good intentions and got a good result.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. George against Ariza. Left side, Beal. Portis lays it up off the glass.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
Here's Robertson. Pass to Westbrook. Over Wall. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Wizards lead by 2. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me in my darkest days. I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine, so.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
And boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through 1.
A nice game plan coming in, and right now sticking to it. It's a nice lead that they have.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Oklahoma City right now, we've got Ferguson. Markieff Morris is out there with Noel. Then it's Paul George, and it's Schroeder in at the point. Now, here's George. Jeff Green missing his last shot. 1:04 left here in the second. Here's Ferguson, guarded by Green. Offensive rebound, and he makes that one. Noel's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Thunder. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Parker outside. Brown wide open. He fires. Misses the 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And George kicks to Morris to the wing on the left. Here's Ferguson, guarded by Green. Clock at 6. Back to Morris. Shoots over Brown. Morris with the bucket.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Here's Parker. Makes it off the glass.
I like how efficient Parker is. When he gets in that area, he's just smelling points.
So a tie game here as we finish the first half. We'll be back shortly, live from Washington.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. A pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. And taking a look at the Wizards, Shaq, what'd you think?
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they have been so far.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Oklahoma City?
Well, it's always a little bit of a challenge playing on the road, but they came in mentally prepared and physically prepared. The energy in the arena was fierce, but they didn't cave in.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. So many modern offenses no longer rely on a point guard to initiate the play. Tell us a little bit more. Walk us through that process.
I think a lot of teams, Kevin, are getting more towards motion offenses, almost playing in a secondary break where you've either coming off a score, you're coming down the floor, the point guard gets off the ball, and with all the players moving around and with the multifaceted skill set of your small forward and your power forward who's now playing at the point, distributing the ball, setting screens, DHO, because of that skill set, you don't really have the heavy reliance on point guard domination with the basketball, setting up every play, and being the only playmaker on the floor. Now you have 3 and sometimes 4 getting that job done.
Ball at point with Beal to his side. They're the deadly backcourt pair. Trevor Ariza out there with Portis, and it's Howard in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Now Wall. After Westbrook's missed three. Right side Wall. 17-foot shot on the way. Yep, that one goes. Wall's got the lead up to 2 now for the Wizards. Westbrook against Wall. Outside, George. 30 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Westbrook, no good. Westbrook's gotten just 1 of 6 shots to fall here. Outside, Portis. Got a piece of it. And he drops it in from the low post.
More power of Westbrook shown there. Not many guys can finish through contact like that.
Now here's Wall, and the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. Two minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Wall, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
Oh, man, that's a monster shot to close out the third, and the lead is theirs heading into the final quarter.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Washington out in front, leading by just 2. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
Hold your ground. Don't let him back your way in. Just hold your ground. The other thing, too, is once he picks the ball up, he's not going to shoot it. If he does, just stay down on him.
I like the way the Donovan's conveying that scouting report to his guys.
I mean, knowing how your opponent plays is important, and I think he's on point on this one.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Inside pairing is Grant and Adams. Russell Westbrook out there with Felton. And it's George in at the 3. All with it. He kicks it to Beal. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That'll be his second foul of the game. Westbrook against Wall. Stolen by Grant.
The instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
Westbrook against Beal. Shoots over Beal, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. And the Thunder lead by 2. And it's Washington's ball. Got a piece of it. Westbrook with the steal. Goes up. Money!
Well, that is NBA level right there.
No doubt. Professional move all the way. Puts the team on his back when it matters most.
Washington calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
This has been a one-man show all the way. He's taken it upon himself to carry the entire weight of their offense. And with all the scoring he's done, I don't know how he's had enough energy to even get back on D.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Howard's checked in for Bryant. Bobby Portis comes in for Jeff Green. And Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Parker. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Kevin, I heard what Scott Brooks said to his team. He talked about X's and O's, but he also said, hey, guys, we got to trust each other, stick together, and leave it all out on the floor. We'll see if they've got enough left to get over the top, Kevin.
Passes it to Robertson. And so they foul intentionally.
Shooting 2.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Well, there's no doubt he's known for defense and rebounding, but you have to admire the work Robertson has put in improving his shooting stroke.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
Clock's ticking. They got to get up a shot.
Yeah, and then you have to foul right away on the inbounds, maybe the first person who touches the ball.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
The versatility of Paul George as he's matured and put some more weight on his frame through the years. He's an exceptional two-way player with outstanding length and a tremendous scoring ability.
No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
Washington calls timeout. They're behind by 6. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And they still got a little time to play with, so a 3 and a quick foul could make things interesting.
Definitely. Everything has to happen perfectly just to give them a chance.
.17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Howard. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And I really thought he was going to send that shot the other way, but at least he forces the miss.
Well, just good timing on his part. Anytime the shooter has to adjust, the defense wins.
2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Now, Westbrook just plays with an incredible competitive fire, and that energy right now, he's not taking any possessions off.
Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Saturansky, the pass to Parker for the 3. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Russell. Congrats on the win. How are you guys able to stay in front down the stretch?
Just try to be aggressive. And we did a good job in all game of staying aggressive. Our defense was key towards the end, and we did a good job of closing the game out.
Great effort at both ends, Russell. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.